So, hello back again. In this video, we're discussing reading passage 3. Having a laugh. The findings of psychological scientists reveal the importance of humor. So, again, what we'd like to do is we have to quickly navigate through the questions. Navigating through the questions. So, when referring to laughter in the first paragraph, the writer emphasizes. The word emphasizes means that explains. So the word emphasizes means explains. I'm just gonna write that to you. Explains. The writer explains about what? What does the writer suggest about the Charlie Douglas? Suggestion. What does the writer suggest about Douglas? So what we're gonna do here is the first question number 27 here is going to be Q27. Q27 is going to be here. So we have Charles Douglas over here as well. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna ignore this haha thing and question 28. Whoops, question 28. We're gonna navigate there. So again, what makes Santa Cruz study particularly significant? Santa Cruz particularly significant. Particularly significant. There, the word particularly means only. What makes Santa Cruz study only significant? Why only Santa Cruz? It means what? Why only Santa Cruz's study is significant only? So you have to know that particularly. In particularly, you have to know that. Which of the following happened in the San Diego study? So San Diego study again. So we have San Diego studies. We have Santa Cruz, number one. We have Santa Cruz over here. So probably the answer number question number 29 is going to be here. 29. And then San Diego. We got to find San Diego. There we go. So we have San Diego here. We're going to navigate again to question number 30. Question number 30. There we go. Now, in the fifth paragraph, what does the result of San Diego study suggest? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we have 5. In the fifth paragraph, what did the results of San Diego study suggest? San Diego study suggest. So results. Then listened, blah blah blah. So a random group of volunteers that listened to an equal number of dominant and submissive laughs from both the high and low status individuals and were asked to estimate the social status of laughter. In line with predictions, that's probably where the answer will start. So although I will not really rely on that. So again, then the benefits of humor, Australian National University. Australian National University. There we go. Probably answers here. It comes the answers from question 32 until question 35. Wait, 36 will arrive at that paragraph. All right. So I'm just gonna. All right. So quickly. And last but not least, participants in Santa Cruz study were accurate. Santa Cruz, again, Santa Cruz. Other than that, here, other than question number 20, now we'll have question number 27, starting from here. Question 27. So let's start. Although I would definitely like to do the summary completion because it's quite easy to navigate, especially when you have the suggestions of words. Here some when you see suggestions, most probably not most probably, but the probability is very high that you will have to understand the passage. The thing is that, for example, the word laughter could give you could be defined. The definition of the word laughter will be assigned in a particular paragraph. So you have to know what is the meaning of laughter. We have to know the meaning of the word anxiety, enjoyment, and so on. So we will go for for the first paragraph. So the writer emphasizes humans start developing a sense of humor as early as 6 weeks old, when babies begin to laugh and smile in response to stimuli. Laughter is universal across all human cultures. So it's a universal across all human cultures, and even exists in some form in rats, chimps, and what is that? Bonobos, sort of an animal. Like other human emotions and expressions, laughter and humor psychological scientists with rich resources for studying human psychology, ranging from development of language to the neuroscience of social perception. So they're saying that human some laughter is universal. Laughter is something that happens most of the time, and also kind of related to some animals like rats, chimps, and bonobos. I haven't ever heard about the animal bonobos. So its impact on language, totally not. There's nothing about the impact of language. Its function on human culture, its value to scientific research, its universality in animal societies. Um, so the animal societies, that's a very good thing. However, um, I would say that the universality and animal society, because it's universal to human, it's it's universal to all human cultures, not to animal societies. But so I think its value to scientific research is quite the answer for us. Because its value to scientific research, it's the word what is that? Laughter and humor psychological scientists with rich resources for studying human psychology. So, which means it's trying to say that laughter is a good way to study the psychology of a human, of a person, right? So, the word value to scientific research means I would definitely say, let me remove the brackets. I would say that with rich resources, with rich resources, because when studying human psychology, they're saying that laughter is a good way to, to make experiments or to just study that. What does the writer suggest for Charles Douglas? Theories focusing on the evolution of laughter point to it as an important adaptation for social communication. Take, for example, the recorded laughter in TV comedy shows. Back in 1950, so back in 1950, U.S. sound engineer Charles Douglas hated dealing with unpredictable laughter of live audiences, so started recording his own laugh tracks. These were intended to help people at home feel like they were in a social situation, such as crowded theater. Douglas even recorded various types of laughter, as well as mixtures of laughter from men, women, and children. In doing so, he picked up on a quality of laughter that is now interesting researchers. A simple "ha ha" communicates a remarkable amount of social relevant information. So, uh, he didn't like the fake laughs of audiences in the comedy TV show, so he started recording his own laugh so that it has it has an impact on the viewers. So he understood the importance of enjoying humor in a group setting. Um, did it? So the word "these were intended to help." These were intended to help means the sound engineer understood the importance. Is it? So how also enjoying humor in a group setting means feel like they were in a social situation, such as crowded theater, right? In a social situation means enjoying humor in a group. I think that's probably A. Believe that TV viewers at home needed to be told when to laugh? Obviously not. He wanted his shows to appeal to audience across social spectrum? No. He prefers shows where audiences were presented in the recording studio? Obviously not. Most obvious one. So the word group setting. So the importance means intended to help, intended, intended to help, and then the word enjoy humor in a group setting means in a social situation, in a social situation. So in a social situation, there we go. Now, what makes Santa Cruz study particularly significant? So In one study conducted in 2016, samples of laughter from pairs of English-speaking students were recorded at the University of California, Santa Cruz. A team made up of more than 30 psychological scientists, anthropologists, and biologists then played these recording to listeners from 24 diverse societies. It means 24 different people, from indigenous tribes in New Guinea to city dwellers in India and Europe. Participants were asked whether they thought the people laughing were friends or strangers. On average, the results were remarkably consistent. Worldwide, people's guesses were correct approximately 60% of the time. Um, what makes it really significant? Various different types of laughter that were studied, similar results produced by a number of different academic disciplines involved, many kinds of people whose laughter was recorded. Mm, okay, it's a really hard one. I mean, not really hard one, but 24 diverse societies, and the results were remarkably consistent. So play these recorded to 24 and blah blah blah. This is question number 29. So the various different types of laughter that were studied. No, it was not studied. Mm, wide range of cultures is 24 diverse societies. I think that's B. I'm navigating through the paragraph as well. So wide range of cultures means 24 diverse societies. 24 diverse societies. So a wide range of cultures. The number of different academics, no. Similar results, right? So like results were remarkably consistent means similar results. So like similar results is results were the results were remarkably consistent. There we go. Which of the following happened in San Diego study? Researchers have also found that different types of laughter serve as codes to complex human social hierarchies. A team led by Christopher Oves from University of California, San Diego, found that high status individuals, high status individuals had different laughs from low status individuals, and that strangers' judgments of an individual's social status were influenced by the dominant or submissive quality of their laughter. However, other than that, we have question number 37, which we would like to call. Participants in Santa Cruz study were more accurate at identifying the laughs of friends than those of strangers. The answer is obvious because there was nothing about the measure and there was nothing about the accuracy. More accurate. There was nothing about the accuracy. Okay. So once again, question number 37 could be quite tricky to many people. However, the lines over here they don't really clarify where the participants were accurate. They it means like whether they identified more laughs of friends or strangers. So the thing is that they could not identify. So like participants were asked whether they thought the people laughing were friends or strangers. However, it does not specifically measure the time. I mean, not the time, but the accuracy. The results of the study just show that the participants were accurate by 60%. However, it does not also compare. So the word more means comparing. So it's saying that it is comparing with something else. So there's nothing about comparison. I'm sorry for that. So were more accurate at identifying the laughs of friends than those of strangers. Although the accuracy 60% of the time could be accuracy. However, once again, we're more accurate at identifying the laughs. When you see the word more, you will have to probably understand the word. You will have to understand that it is being compared to something else. All right. So that's why there's nothing about it. It's not comparing here as well. So that's why the answer is not given. So other than that, San Diego study. So in their study, 48 male college students were randomly assigned to groups of four, which with each group composed of two low status members who had just joined their college fraternity group, and two high status members. Older students took a turned at being teased by the others, involving the use of mildly insulting nicknames. Okay, that's a really great one, great thing to do. Mildly insulting nicknames. Analysis revealed that, as expected, high status individuals produce more dominant laughs and fewer submissive laughs relative to the low status individuals. Meanwhile, low status individuals were more likely to change their laughter based on their position of power. That is, the newcomers produced more dominant laughs when they were in the powerful role of teasers. Dominant laughter was higher in pitch, louder, and more variable in tone than submissive laughter. Which of the following happened to San Diego? Some participants became very upset. Okay. Were they upset? But of course, I would. There would be definitely. Someone would be definitely be upset because mildly insulting nicknames, mildly insulting nicknames. So, participants exchanged roles. Um, Participants exchanged roles. So, who had to just join a fraternity? Blah blah blah. What does it say? Laughter. All right. Um, or is it here? No, it's not here. It shouldn't be there. So, newcomers' dominant laughter was a higher pitch laughter. I think, um, who had just joined their college fraternity group, and two high status members, older students took a turn at being teased by the others. Older students took a tease. Older student took a turn at being teased by the others. Took a turn means to exchange roles, involving the use of mildly insulting participants who had not met before became friends. No, nothing about that. Some participants were unable to laugh. No, I think that's probably only be exchange roles. Exchange roles means to um exchange roles took took a turn took a turn. There we go. In fifth paragraph, what does the result of San Diego study suggest? A random group of volunteers then listened to an equal number of dominant and submissive laughs from both the high and low status individuals and were asked to estimate the social status of the laughter. They were asked to estimate the social status of laughter. In line with predictions, laughers producing dominant laughs were perceived to be significantly higher in status. Okay. Then laughers producing submissive laughs. This was particularly true for low status individuals who were rated as significantly higher in status when displaying a dominant versus submissive laugh. OVEs and colleagues note, OVEs and colleagues note, thus, by strategically displaying more dominant laughter when the context allows, low status individuals may achieve higher status in the eyes of others. However, high status individuals were rated as high status whether they produced their natural dominant laugh or tried to do a submissive one. So, which means, okay, laughers producing dominant were perceived to be significantly higher in status than laughers producing submissive laughs. So, if you're laughing louder, that means you're dominant. If you're laughing lower in tone, that means you're not dominant. Higher status were accepted. Higher status people, higher in status people were accepted to be, of course, dominant. But low status people, when they were laughing like dominant, when they were laughing very loudly, they were accepted as dominant as well. Pretty interesting thing here. It is clear whether a dominant laugh is produced by a high or low status person. 31, definitely not. Low status, it's not clear. Low status individuals in a position of power will still produce submissive laughs. The high status individuals can always be identified by their way of laughing. Um, I think I think that's probably D, but because once again I'm navigating through the paraphrase. Once again, navigating through the paraphrase because um so like um or is it not? So it's like this was particularly true for low status individuals who were rated a significantly higher status when displaying a dominant versus submissive laugh. So as in just higher status individuals were rated as high status, whether they produced their natural dominant laugh or tried to do submissive one, right? So high status individuals can always be identified by their way of laughing. Can always be identified. However, high status individuals were rated as high status whether they produce their natural dominant laugh or try to do a submissive one. It means no matter how they laughed, it could be it could be easy to identify whether they were dominant or not. I mean, high status or not. Submissive laughs of low and high status individuals are surprisingly similar. Of course, this does not say anything at all. I'm just going to remove that. Low status individuals in a position of power will still produce submissive laughs. Low status individuals, positions of power. Um, positions of power. It was here. Meanwhile, blah blah blah. But here the question is talking about the fifth paragraph. So because of the fifth paragraph, there's nothing about positions of power that's removed as well. So it is clear whether a dominant laugh is produced by a high or low status person. Dominant laugh? No. It's talking about the status. Random group of volunteers that listen to an equal number of dominant and submissive laughs for both the high and low status individuals. To estimate the social status of the laughter. To estimate the social status of the laughter. That was the that was the aim of the experiment that they're trying to make. But here is saying um, a dominant laugh is produced. But here the experiment is talking about the dominant laugh, so that's not the correct answer. Correct answer is D. Now I will go for the Australian National University. As you can see, multiple choice questions are coming in order. So another study conducted by David Chang, um, National University. So randomly choosing groups of participants were shown of three videos. I'm gonna go for the three videos. Uh, so was based on the hypothesis that humor might provide a respite from tedious situations in the workplace. This mental break might facilitate the replenishment of mental resources to test this theory. The researchers recruited 74 business students, ostensibly for an experiment on perception. First, the students were performing the tedious tasks. Tedious tasks in which they had to cross out every instance of the letter E over 2 pages of text. The students then were randomly assigned to watch a clip of elucidating humor. Um, so what? Each designed to generate a different kind of something. Um, three videos. So the students were randomly assigned to a video eliciting either humor, one, contentment, two, not, and neutral feelings, three. Okay, three videos. We found it. Um, some watched a clip of BBC comedy Mr. Bean. Others a relaxing scene with dolphins swimming in the ocean, and others a factual video about the management profession. Uh, so what is the answer here? Um, so question number 32. So each designed to generate a different kind of each designed to generate a different kind of what? Hmm. So the students then were randomly assigned to watch a video clip of blah blah blah. A different kind of what? A different kind of emotion? Is that the case? So I think that's pretty much emotion because Humor is emotion. Contentment is emotion. Neutral feeling is also emotion. It's not laughter. It's not anxiety. So I think it's F. So that's pretty much I think F. Just give that. So I'm just gonna make this bolder. Give this letter question Q32. Q32. Okay. When all participants were then given a deliberately frustrating task to do, it was found that those who watched the something video persisted um, with tasks for longer, um, what? And tried harder to accomplish the task. The students then completed a task requiring persistence, in which they were asked to guess the potential performance of employees based on profile files. So deliberately frustrating tasks to do. So requiring persistence. Persistence is of course hard work. The students then completed a task requiring persistence in which they were asked to guess a potential performance of employees based on the provided profiles and were told that making 10 correct assessments in a row would lead to win. However, the software was programmed such that it was nearly impossible to achieve 10 consecutive answers. Participants were allowed to quit the task at any point. Okay. Students who watched the Mr. Bean at any point, I think. Question number 39. The participants in the Australian National University study were given a fixed amount of time to complete the task focusing on employee profiles. Employee profiles, we have provided profiles of employees. So the answer is going to be no. The answer is going to be no here. However, here I made a mistake, guys. Let me just improve. Fix it. The reason is going to be no because a fixed amount of time. They were given a fixed amount of time. A fixed amount of time means they could they were allowed to quit the task at any point. Allowed to quit the task at any point. So that's why the answer is not no. It's not given, but it's no. Moreover, um, moreover, so what is it? Deliberately frustrating tasks to do. It was found that those who watched the something video persisted with tasks for longer and tried harder to accomplish. Um, Students who who had watched the Mr. Bean video ended up spending significantly more time working on the task, making twice as many predictions as the other two groups. For longer, significantly more time. Longer means more time to accomplish the task, making twice as many predictions. Other two groups, so who had watched the what? Who watched the Mr. Bean video? Mr. Bean video is a laughter video, is it? Oh, no, it's amusing. It's amusing video. So as the task requires perseverance, Mr. Bean's video is amusing video. Ended up spending significantly more time working means persisted with task for longer. So Mr. Bean's video is obviously uh uh it's like a humorous video. So it's not a laughter video. You don't say laughter video, you see amusing video. That is the correct way. That is the correct way of using the grammar. I mean, although not the grammar, but the word. So yeah. A second study in which participants were asked to perform a particularly something task produced similar results. According to researchers David Cheng and Lu Wang, we have Cheng, we have Wang. So question what? Question 30, Q33, and question 33 always also only comes here. So Cheng and Wang then replicated these results in a second study during which they had participants complete long multiplication questions by hand. So, a second study in which participants were asked to perform a particularly something task produced similar results. Who watched the humorous video spent significantly more time working on the tedious task and completed more questions correctly than did the students in either of the two groups. So, according to researcher David Chang and Lu Wang, these findings suggest that humor not only reduces something and helps. Okay, we will see that now. A second study, a second study in which participants were asked to perform. Um, a second study. So, what does it say? Second study, during which they had participants complete long multiplication questions by hand. Long multiplication questions. Is it anxiety or is it boring? Long multiplication to complete a long multiplication questions. Um, so asked to perform particularly. That's obviously not relaxing, not stimulating, enjoying anxiety, or neither it's laughter. I think it's boring because collocation, the word boring is correct here. So boring task, or particularly boring task, because the word because multiplication is quite boring as well. According to research that Cheng and Liu Wang, these findings suggest that humor not only reduces something, although humor has been found to help relieve stress. So humor not uh reduces anxiety, D, right? So 35 is D, anxiety because the word stress is anxiety, obviously. So where is it? Let me just give this question 35 and 35. Sorry for that. 35 and question 36, most probably. So relieve stress. Relieve stress. Stress is another word for anxiety. We were going to remove that. And help social connections, but it may also have a something effect on the body and mind. Facilitate social relations to the what traditional view of task performance implies that individuals should avoid things such as humor that may distract them from accomplishment of task goals. Um, Tang and many conclude we suggest that humor is not only enjoyable but more importantly energizing. Please remove that. Uh, what? Again, and helps build social connections, but it may also have a something effect on the body and mind. Chang, so relaxing, no, but it may also have a stimulating effect. A stimulating effect. I think that's E because the word energizing is obviously body and mind, but but effect on body and mind. Anyways, so like energizing means may also have a stimulating effect on the body and mind. Right. I think that's probably the answer. So the researchers in the San Diego study were correct in their predictions regarding the behavior of the high status individuals. San Diego study, San Diego study, where's San Diego study? Researchers of San Diego. So a team led by Christopher Oves from the University of California, San Diego found that high status individuals had different laughs from low status individuals, and that strangers' judgments of an individual's social status were influenced by the dominant or submissive qualities of their behavior. In the studies, 48 male college students were randomly assigned to a group of four, which each group composed of two low status members who had just joined their college fraternity, and two, I mean, like fraternity, and two high status members, older students, blah blah blah, involving so on and so forth. So meanwhile, low status individuals were more likely to change their laughter What? San Diego study. Um, does it really necessarily say San Diego study? Um, or is it on top? Sa Where's San Diego? Is there a San Diego on top of that? San Diego? Mm, mhm. So where is that? I think I don't really necessarily were correct in their predictions regarding the researchers. Where's the word researchers? I cannot really find the research. Researchers have also found that different types of laughter serve as a codex to human complex human and social hierarchies. A team led by blah 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 San Diego found that strangers, often individuals, were influenced dominant submissive of laughter. Is like let me just not waste time. I'm gonna go for number 40. Chang and Wang's conclusion were in line with means similar. Were in line with means similar. Established notions regarding task performance. Um, so we're in line with. Was it similar? Was it similar? Although humor has been found to help relieve stress and facilitate social and relationships, traditional way of task performance implies that individuals should avoid things such as humor. Um, so there were Chang and Wang's conclusions. Humor helped relieve stress and build social relationships, but uh they were not in line with performance. So they were not similar to performance. They're saying that they should avoid things such as humor that may distract them from the accomplishments of task goals. So that should be a no. Okay, we did this as well, but I can only find San Diego only in this part. But is there San Diego other than that? Or did I miss it? Okay, very interesting, In line with predictions, laughter is producing dominant. This was particularly um perceived significantly higher. This was particularly true for were rated as high in status, strategically displaying more dominant laughter. However, this no, not that. Uh, so participants, blah blah blah, were correct in their predictions regarding the high status individuals. The researchers in the San Diego study. This question is killing me, seriously though. Researchers have also found that different types of laughter serve as codex to help. I mean, serve as codes, not codex, codes to complex human social hierarchies, and found that. Am I missing something here? That's that is totally it. I'm totally missing it. Missing this question, or maybe I have copied the questions not incorrectly. This shouldn't be the case, isn't it? Um. Okay. San Diego found that um, analysis revealed that as oh my god. All right. Analysis revealed that as expected, high status individuals produce more dominant laughs. Okay. As expected. Th- Comprehension skill is I think my comprehension skills is getting lower and lower. It's collapsing. So the answer is going to be true here. Whoops, not true, but yes. We're correct in their predictions. Predictions means as expected. There we go. Yeah, finally we finished test number two. If you have any questions, guys, if you think that some part of the questions I've been talking quickly, and the explanation was not clear enough for you to understand, please do mention that in the comments below. And of course, if I did speak quickly, I'm very, very sorry for that. However, the issue is that it's you versus the time. You don't have enough time, and within 1 hour you will have to complete, and you have to completely finish all three passages within 1 hour. So you will just have to battle with time. So that's why I try to speak quickly and navigate quickly through the questions and answers. So yeah, again, if you have any questions, make sure to comment down below. And thank you very much for watching, guys. I will see you on the next episode.